The first order of business is approval of the minutes, which we will postpone till next month. First item on the agenda is BOA 19.05 for 110 Atkinson Lane.
Good evening, board members. Bear with me. Got a little bit of a cold, so I will try to speak clearly and loudly into the mic so you can hear me. If you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to stop me and ask. So this is case 19.05 at 110 Atkinson Lane. On the screen, we have two maps. The map on the left is a zoning map showing it's zoned R2. And on the right is an aerial overview. It's currently located in between Boise Lane and Summit Street. On the left of on the screen, I have a copy of the existing survey with the proposed addition highlighted in gray on your screen. The applicant's requesting a 10-foot variance from the rear yard setback requirements of 35 feet in the city of Fairhope zoning ordinance Article 3, Section C.1 in Table 3.2 to 25 feet to allow for a bathroom to be redesigned to include a laundry room, which is currently located in a detached garage. The applicant has provided supporting drawings depicting the proposed addition. The dashed lines that is on the survey there, those are indicating what the current setbacks are. So you can see the house as it currently sits is well outside of what the setbacks are for an R2. Definition of a variance is a modification of the strict terms of the relevant regulations in a district with regard to the placement of structures, development criteria, or provision facilities. Examples, as highlighted here, is allowing smaller yard dimensions because an existing lot of record is of substandard size. And I mentioned a few more examples. I highlighted this example here, kind of highlights the case that we have before us today. And variances are available only on appeal toward the Board of Adjustments and subject to the satisfaction of the standards specified in this ordinance. Below this on the slide, I have the variance criteria that must be met. A is that there are extraordinary and exceptional conditions pertaining to the particular piece of property in question because of its size, shape, or topography. The minimum lot area for the subject property currently is an existing nonconformity. The minimum for an R2 square footage is 10,500 square feet, and the subject property is approximately 6,361 square feet, which is roughly 60% of what would be required from the current zoning ordinance if a new subdivision was going to be developed. If the subject parcel was a conforming lot, this addition could be much larger and may not require a variance at all. B, the application of the ordinance to this particular piece of property would create an unnecessary hardship, which personal financial hardship is not a justification. Due to the setbacks on the non-conforming lots, it makes it impossible to expand the house into the rear or the front, as the house already encroaches into both of those setbacks. Such conditions are peculiar to the particular piece of property involved. The conditions are particular to this piece of property as it is an existing non-conformity lot due to its size and was subdivided before the current regulations were in place. Finally, D, relief, if granted, would not cause substantial detriment to the public good and impair to the purpose and intent of this ordinance, provided, however, that no variance may be granted for a use of land or building or structure that is prohibited by the ordinance. Relief, if granted, would not cause any detriment to the public nor impair the intent of this ordinance. This ordinance grants relief based on a particular piece of property having the exceptional conditions. Staff's recommendation is for approval of the 10-foot rear setback variance. The applicant's proposal appears to be as minimal as possible. That will allow a small renovation to locate the laundry room into the primary residence while at the same time still maintaining the required separation distance from the detached garage, which would be an accessory structure. The proposed addition would not have any negative effect on the surrounding area. And I'll put the map on the screen. I also wanted to point out that it's a 10-foot variance from the rear yard setback, but the addition itself is only 8 feet. The 10-foot comes into play because of the setbacks that are already inside of the building. So I just want to make sure that that was clear. And Mr. Clay Adams is here along with the applicant to help answer any questions that you may possibly have as well. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Will the applicant, like to come up?
Good evening.
All right.
How are y'all doing?
If you'll
My
state
name
your-
is Clay Adams. I'm with Walcott Adams Brunel Architects. I'm working with Pete and Renee on this project. I happen to also be a neighbor, and I've asked them to go around and speak to most of their neighbors on our list, which they did, and we received mostly good comments, and they met some new people they hadn't met before, so I don't think that anyone was had a problem with what we were proposing. If I could answer any questions, the gist of it is Mike said, that it's a lot that's 60% of the normal size, so we're substandard, and we're an existing non-conforming residence, and the only place to put the addition, and of course, in this time and age, it's I think it's only fair that we could try to get that washer and dryer in a house. There are many old houses that wasn't the case, but it is a terrible inconvenience, and that's our goal, is to do a small renovation project including that. If y'all have any questions, I'd be glad to answer them.
I have a question.
Okay.
Clay, you mentioned, or you said mostly good comments.
I'm sorry, yes. I don't think they received any negative, and they had a positive comment that the lady stopped off and left a note.
Okay.
Renee, did we have any, was anybody
Oh,
concerned?
no, everybody was very, no, they all seemed real excited.
They, of course, received the city's packet, and we printed some for them to take around and just made sure. That's a approach we take all the time, and if there were some comments, we always want to try to work and answer those if we can, yes.
I was just
I know,
questioning your
yes.
terminology
I'm sorry.
mostly.
That's right. I never know if we did miss anybody. I didn't want to state for sure that everybody was happy
That's
about
all
it, but the majority and most of them, Renee has said that did not have a problem with it. And I am one of those people. Actually, I back up to their house, yes. Are there any other questions that I might answer?
That's it. Thank you.
Okay.
Now open the public portion of the meeting. Is there anyone from the public that would like to speak for or against this?
I would like to say I did receive a letter today from Jeannie McGowan in favor of the request.
Okay, thank you. We'll close the public portion. Is there any discussion or motion?
I would like to make a motion, the request be approved because of the nonconformity of the lot.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Okay. All in favor, we'll take a roll call vote.
Kohler.
Aye.
Avent.
Aye.
Vera.
Aye.
Slagle.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you. Is there any old or new business?
We will have a meeting next month. We have one case.
Okay. You'll have a motion to adjourn?
I so move.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion
It's the
carries.
shortest meeting
Yeah.
we've ever had.
Thank you.